hello and welcome all you smooth listeners out there. The sun, the stars, and the cosmos has all aligned to bring us together once more in another edition of Shoot the Shit Saturday. This is Espionage DB7, the one, the only, low, slow, and in control. And I'm joined in the booth today by Cool Cat, Obsolete 2003,
Yo.
and Hip Chick Valkyrie Grinder.
Hello.
Also joining us here today is the always shining, always clandestine man of many names, Mr. Sparkle.
Hi.
What's grooving, guys? What's on the turntable today?
What is this?
First off, settle the hell down.
What? This my
I feel
smooth.
like I need an adult.
What
like
the
you're
fuck?
driving around in a
My-
way
Dude,
like a man or whatever.
I was trying a new thing. That was
My
my.
ears feel violated.
What? Why? That was my smooth jazz, like, take it down voice, like slow it down.
Your after hours. Yeah. This is.
This is why I can never try new things, because I try something new and it immediately gets shut down. You guys shut down my Fallback Friday theme song, which I still think is genius. Every time I try to do my normal personal intro, you guys shoot that down. I'm gonna quit, I swear. One of these days.
You just need to settle down. Yeah. I don't know if that's our direction you want to go.
What? I thought it was
tried
good.
E for effort.
I'm gonna keep it. Like from now on, we're the after hours odds and ends, and the ends will stand for a different kind of end.
I think I don't know.
Moving on.
Let's see how far away as this is possible.
Yeah.
But at any rate, what's on the turntable today? I see, that's good. Low, slow, and in control. Yeah.
It's gonna be a picture of you, the sunglasses start coming down nice and smooth.
All right, fine. Topic. Me and Obs recently saw The Dead Don't Die. Anybody else seen this movie?
No.
No.
Anybody mind if we talk about it a bit?
Nope.
Yeah, go ahead.
Obs, you want to start us out with your thoughts?
It was a very interesting movie. Didn't quite know what to expect with it. It has a pretty big cast. It had Bill Murray.
Hang on. I do apologize. I just want to say, because we may do it, just warning, possible spoilers ahead. So just want to say that. Sorry to interrupt. I just want to get that out there. I'm sorry.
Yes. But it was a good movie. It was interesting. It had a pretty major cast of Bill Murray obviously being the head guy. Him, Steve Buscemi, Danny Glover. Guy from Star Wars, guy's name. But it was a pretty big cast, and it was kind of weird. Didn't quite know what to expect with the things. That my first initial impression was that it seemed like it was going to be kind of like a U.S. version of Shaun of the Dead, but it was not.
I got that too walking into it. I thought it was going to be another zom-com, as they call them nowadays. But yeah, it definitely took a twist.
But
Oh wait, weren't they like wildlife people or something like that, or rangers or something? I think
They look like it. Their uniforms look like it, so it's easy to mistake. But no, they're small town police department. But rather than being dressed in like blues that you'd more associate with like police, they're dressed in like browns, which do kind of look like a park ranger uniforms. But no, they're police officers.
yes, because basically what was going on, the story premise is, seems like for whatever reason there was some type of polar fracking that was going on, and that seemed to have shifted the polar axes, I believe.
Took the world out of its gravitational orbit and
Yes.
made the days and the nights both super long, like hours and hours long. Like the day would last, like I don't think they ever actually gave a time limit, but the days would last for several hours more than they were supposed to, and the nights would last for several hours more than they were supposed to.
Yeah, so a whole bunch of wonkiness started happening, and that seems like at one point what also happened as a result was a purple shimmering moon, as well as the dead coming back to life.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I actually thought it was a very fun movie, but there was one major thing that kind of, I'm not even gonna say ruined it, because the movie wasn't ruined for me, but I feel like it could have done without this. and that is that they break the fourth wall on a couple of occasions. Right off the bat, like, you know, right out of the cage, they break the fourth wall when the theme song plays for the movie. Classic country theme song by Sturgill Simpson. They basically hammer his name into your head with the movie. But the theme song plays, and then one of the troopers starts listening to the radio, and the song comes out again. He's like, and Bill Murray's like, why does this song sound so familiar? And the other one's like, oh, it's the theme song. The theme song? Yeah, the theme song to the movie. And you're kind of like, you don't know what to make of that at first. You're like, that was a little weird, but okay, whatever. As the movie progresses, you kind of forget about that. It makes you forget about that because of the fact they're trying to survive. And yeah, like Ops pointed out, they constantly make this social commentary on, polar fracking has tilted the world off of its axis and disrupted the rotation of the Earth, and thus, cosmic forces are fucking up, and you have basically a maximum overdrive situation where, rather than machines coming to life, you have the dead rising from the grave all over the world. The moon adopts a strange purplish glow for some reason, even though I don't know why the Earth's rotation changing would affect the moon, or at least how we perceive the moon, but that's beside the point. But anyway, the dead start rising from the grave. There's this one, she's what do you call them? The ones that work in the mortuaries, what's the name of I don't want to say undertaker. What's the
mortician?
Mortician. I was gonna say coroner, mortician, whatever. But anyway, she's like this very eccentric female character. She's like Scottish. She's real good with a katana, and she turns into a badass. Hacking and slashing zombies left and right. Well, as the movie progresses, it just starts to take stranger and stranger turns. You find out that there's something off about her. Selena Gomez and a little entourage she has is in the movie for some reason. They don't even serve a purpose. There's a few cast characters that don't seem to serve any kind of purpose whatsoever. They just sort of they come in and they exist. They have no point in the storyline. Selena Gomez. Yeah, exactly. That's the best way of putting it, because they have no point whatsoever. They're there and they exist. They don't contribute to the story. They just die. Selena Gomez and her entourage, and there's these 3 kids in a detention facility, like a what do you call it? It's like a juvie center, and they have like their own little storylines, but they never come to fruition. And then at the very end, basically to kind of sum things up, it runs through like your generic zombie thing. The zombies start rising up more and more, killing the townspeople. Eventually they overrun the town, and your main heroes, your main protagonists, basically find themselves cornered. And at the very end, Bill Murray confronts his partner, and he's like, why do you seem to know everything that's going on? You've been saying, oh, this is going to end badly. I know this is going to end badly. This is going to end badly, etc., etc. Why do you keep saying this? And for whatever reason, his partner just says, oh, because I've read the script. And it's like, and that's not even mentioning that there's aliens involved, or maybe not even involved, but they show up. So it derails. It really goes off on an almost Esp-like tangent.
A little bit.
Sounds strange.
Yeah, it was kind of like I said, it's nowhere near like a Zombieland movie or Shaun of the Dead. It's more of an indie one, but it was still good. It was just like, don't go in with that mindset. Just kind of take it for what it is.
Yeah, it was a popcorn flick. It was a fun movie, popcorn flick, but like Om said, take it for what it is.
Do you ever look at the camera and wink?
No, they don't do that. They don't completely slam through the fourth wall that way. I will say one thing that I liked, and one thing I wasn't expecting, is that Selena Gomez's character, I was expecting, how in almost all zombie movies there's the hot chick that lives just because she's a hot chick a lot of times, They killed her off pretty quick and off camera. So that was actually surprising.
Yeah.
And well done. I hated how they killed off Danny Glover's character though, just kind of hiding off in the hardware store. They seemed like they were preparing like really hardcore for it, and then they just let themselves get taken. It's like what?
It's one of those things, but yeah. But it was a good movie. I liked it.
It was a fun movie. If I had to give it a rating, like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like maybe a 6. It's fun, but not memorable. At least not in my eyes. But enjoyable nonetheless. I'm not gonna shit all over it.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's still worth checking out.
Okay.
All right. Anything else to add to our little conversation on that?
I think I'll wait until it comes out on Redbox.
Yeah. Like a high quality versions on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, S ruined it for you.
Hey, I asked.
I'm really sad about Danny Glover now. I'm like, oh man.
He said
Well,
he's
he
getting
went
too old
against
for
the
this shit.
Predator. You would think that he would. last
He
it.
did. He did very badass against the Predator, and zombies did him in 20 years
Damn
later.
it.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? Who's got a topic to shoot the shit on?
Well, mine's not as exciting as y'all's
Poppycock.
movie experience, but I'm like level 20 on Borderlands 2. I'm fighting the Irish and the rednecks.
Did you just say you're fighting Irish and rednecks?
Yes, I
They look
did.
the same, but they're very different.
What? In Borderlands, you're fighting Irish and redneck?
Borderlands 2.
I-
Ellie's okay.
Irish
So-
and rednecks? Duh.
I don't know where you're at in y'all's game, but Ellie wants us to put the two clans together against each other. You got the clan of the Irish who like drink
Is this a
all the
DLC?
time. No,
I've played and beaten Borderlands 2. I don't remember this. This has to be DLC. Although it has been a
this
while.
is one like where you have to sabotage like the racetrack.
Racetrack.
And
I
you're
don't think we've
going up
gotten that
against
far.
A racetrack
It's-
does sound familiar, but I don't remember the Irish and the rednecks. That's
Or unless I'm pretty sure they're Irish, because you have to pin the clover in the rednecks.
I'm sure I just don't
Yeah,
remember.
redneck.
It's been years since I beat Borderlands 2 when it recently came out, so I'm sure I just don't remember.
It could just be your poor memory.
Old age.
What? Old age? I'm pretty sure I'm. Am I
Older
the
than
oldest
you
one here?
are.
I'm pretty sure you are.
I'm still the most I'm old. I'm still only about 6 months older than. I'm only about 5 months older than Obs.
That's pretty old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't even fucking walking when he was born. I was.
Yeah, but
Ow.
Hobbs is so full of youth and vigor, and you're
He's like I've been called the child of the group. I cannot be childish and an old man at the same time. What is wrong with you people?
I think it's more of a senile thing.
What? Why does this always turn into a tear into S session? I give a badass intro. Oh, you shit all over that. You know, I try to do my own. Why is it always? This is shoot the shit, not shoot S with shit.
I'll be honest. I listened to a lot of episodes, so I just wanted to fit in.
You're get off the vent or I'll have you bent.
He just does it to himself.
I do.
Anyways,
I didn't do anything to myself.
that's pretty cool though. So with regards to the Borderlands, so you said you're level what again? I'm sorry.
I'm a level 20 and hold on, baby. And just so you know, until I believe it's July 8th, there is a DLC that you can download that has Lilith in it, which will allow you to play with Borderlands 3. I haven't played it yet. If you're a lower character and you start playing that DLC, it should bump you up to level 30.
Really?
But I'm
That's the
yeah,
Commander
I-
Lilith DLC, right? Yeah,
And
we
I-
need to get on that too.
Oh, see, this is for the PlayStation 4. I want to say it could be for PC as well. However, Steam and PlayStation, their things are different. What's free on PlayStation, you have to pay through PC, or what's
No, the Commander Lilith is free for Steam as well.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay,
for all
well, that's cool.
platforms.
cool.
Yeah, and we are definitely trying to play and beat that as quick as we can, because of the fact that, you know, Borderlands 3 is on the horizon, and I, even though I have beaten it, it has been a long time, and Ops has never beaten it, so, you know, we're definitely trying to gear up for that. And I do want to say that as of the filming of this episode, I have decided to pick up also my Doom playthrough again. I just recently uploaded episode 2 to that, and I will be trying to see that through to fruition as well, because of the fact that Doom Eternal is also on the horizon. There's so many games coming out, which we talked about them, you know, a lot more in depth on our last episode. But yeah, there's a lot of good games coming out, and we really gotta gear up for it, you know.
I am looking forward to the new Doom game.
Yes, it looks awesome. But don't watch my latest Doom video, just because
Don't
it was
watch it?
because it was humiliating. It was,
Is that a good thing to say?
well, I mean, it was
If you're
just,
gonna do it, don't watch the videos, please.
it's that South Park marketing, you know. It's the way, you know, how Eric Cartman made the commercial, like, yes, I have this new theme park, and none of you were invited. It's sure to get thousands and thousands of views, but no, but in all seriousness, I was terrible. I was ashamed of myself. I hung my head and I wept a bit, actually, in the corner.
Hey, it's okay, because you have your good days of gaming, and then you have your bad days of gaming. So maybe that was just a bad day of gaming.
I've had good days.
I would assume.
I would assume.
I'm trying to be positive for you.
I appreciate
Why are you
it.
so mean at me?
I appreciate it. No, I do, but it's like I don't remember having a
You can start a redemption arc through the playthrough.
redemption arc.
Yeah.
But at any rate, I believe Obs had a topic or two he wanted to bring up. I know he's been gearing up for a few things, from everything from games as services to corporate greed to whatever. I'm sure you got something, Obs. What do you got in your bag of topics?
Well, in regards to gaming services, it's kind of crazy, especially from E3. Just Ubisoft also announced that they're doing their online services for like, I think, like $15 a month. Xbox, they've had theirs, but now I think their games are going on Steam. Ubisoft said they're doing theirs. Google, I forgot the name of theirs, but they're doing their streaming services now. So that seems to be the way everything's going in regards to online services. But
How do you guys feel about that? What is your honest opinions? What are your honest opinions on games as a service?
Games as a service is a poison to the community.
What was that?
That rings true. It does ring true.
It rings. Oh, it's Ring. Hello, Ring.
Games as a service are a pure cancer. It needs to be stopped at all costs to fight the corporate machine.
Attica.
summoned him.
Attica. I think so. It sounds like it.
Pretty much. Though the games, see, here's the thing about games as a service. Games as a service is stupid because they release a bare bones product that is often loaded and riddled with bugs, aka Fallout 76, aka several other games, Division 1, so on and so forth. Yeah. And then they release piecemeal DLC to steady stream, which the one positive aspect I would say there is the fact that DLC is released far after when the game is released. But the game itself sucks until nearly all the DLC is bought and implemented in the game. There are several companies that are like this, including one of my favorite, which is Solaris, by the company Paradox. They release DLC well after the fact, but if you don't buy any of the DLC, the game can feel really bare bones and incomplete.
Yeah, well, basically, DLCs have become the actual game that you have to continue. It's almost like buying a box of a puzzle box and finding out that only 70% of the pieces are there. Oh, you want the other pieces? Here, have buy the rest of these pieces as add-on content. But it should not be add-on content. It should be part of the original package because
for these days, a complete product is unheard of.
Which I think that video games are the only thing you can sell that way. You can't sell an incomplete. Well, you can, but I'm gonna say you can't sell an incomplete car. But a dealership can't sell an incomplete car. Maybe you can. Oh, yeah, I'm got for sale sign on my car. It's busted, needs a new transmission, whatever. But you take it off my hands. But a manufacturer cannot sell an incomplete car. A production company cannot sell an incomplete movie. Oh, you go to the movie and then the last 20 minutes, you have to pay additional to actually see the ending. That's ridiculous. The gaming industry is the only place I everything that Ring has said I 100% agree with, and that is a rare happenstance. So, but yes, Ring completely echoes what I have to say on that. Yeah, the gaming industry is the only industry that, and they shouldn't be able to get away with it, but they do, and it's the only industry that they can get away with selling an incomplete product. You go to Whataburger which actually it's kind of interesting because fast food is going to become a topic here in just a moment, and I think you know why, Mr. Sparkle. But at any rate,
I have no idea.
Before I get into that, you don't go to a restaurant, buy a pizza, and you know what, the buns are extra, or what? I mean, what? Buy a burger and the buns are.
The toppings are extra on a pizza.
No, well, if you buy a pepperoni pizza, you don't pay extra for the pepperoni. It's all a package. You buy a burger, you don't pay extra for the buns. It's all a package. Yeah, certain toppings are extra, but the package as it's branded and marketed should come as a complete item. But yes, I agree with Ring. But yes,
has there been games out there that you feel have done it DLC good?
I think Borderlands has done a pretty good job of that because Borderlands DLCs do add additional content. The game itself, you have the game from beginning to end. The DLCs, you can purchase them if you want and add them to the game, and they give some pretty good additional content. New vehicles, new weapons, new storylines, new story arcs, but they aren't completely necessary to the game, and they're not conducive of actually beating the game. So I think Borderlands has done both Borderlands games have done a good job with their DLC of releasing a finished package while at the same time offering additional content for some added enjoyment.
Alright.
But I want to move on unless somebody else has something to add to that.
Well, I was just gonna say, there's a couple of games that do DLC where it's not milking you for every penny. Like,
they're out there.
for instance, yeah, like Spider-Man was pretty good on PS4. The DLC was added story stuff, but it was necessary. Didn't need it. The whole game was.
I would love to play the PS4 Spider-Man.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good. Anybody else? Yeah.
I actually
gave a bunch of costumes for free. Like, there's a whole movement of getting the Raimi Spider-Man suit in there. And I got in there for free, and a bunch of other ones. And then there's also a game like Shovel Knight, which is like an indie developer.
I love Shovel Knight.
All those updates for free.
Sorry. But yeah, there's games that do it right, but too many more developers have found out that they can get away with doing it the shitty way, and more are doing it, which sucks.
Oh yeah. Because another game that I like to play is Street Fighter V, which is horribly.
Wasn't there some shit about Street Fighter where they advertise on your characters and you had to pay to get rid of the advertisement?
No, you don't have to pay to get rid of it, but if you chose to have the advertisement on, you got more of their in-game money.
Oh.
Incentives.
Oh, okay. So you're basically a walking billboard.
Shit show. Yeah.
For a $60 game.
Yeah.
So since we're on the subject about games, have y'all played any Mortal Kombat games?
I have not.
I
Me neither.
also have not.
It-
I was waiting for a year for it to
Playing
come out.
similar games and adds more combat too. It's more violent.
It's Mortal Kombat 2, just like more like, is it a remaster, a remake, a repeat, a re-release?
Instead, it's if you ever played Injustice or similar games like that, it's the same thing
Oh, okay,
because it's done by the same company.
okay. I played Injustice, the first one. Me and Ops played Injustice Online, and I kept kicking his ass.
No, I
Yes.
kept whooping your ass, and every time before I would.
You
beat
would
you,
hack the
you would
fucking
beat us
game or
and you'd
something.
disconnect.
I don't know what the fuck you were doing. You're getting in my computer somehow, fucking it up. Yeah, he's a little tweaker or hacker or
Anyway.
what.
What?
Oh, Val, have you played Mortal Kombat?
I have not, but I've seen what that baby can do, and
What can the
I'm
baby
telling
do?
you from what I'm telling you from what I seen, and because you can play. It has a story mode. You can go through, and you can also do the normal combats, like pick your character and fight them, whatever. But the graphics and the details, like the final blows and stuff like that.
Oh, those like
are-
bone-shattering blows and stuff.
Yeah. They
Like,
look
yeah.
amazing. They look amazing.
And I'm just like, for a video game, this is like okay, mind you, I just got done watching Attack on Titan, so that's like, compared to this, like I would say, or compared to that, Mortal Kombat, the new one, is very, it's more graphic, because you see, like there's, like their skeletal system being snatched out of their.
Don't be squeamish. Come on, say it all. Say you see the guts ripped, rent asunder as you tear their flesh and the muscly sinews come apart.
So they have their own things of how they take down the enemy or their opponent, and it's just like the detail and the graphicness. It's there. So if you like the gore and whatnot, then definitely go with it. But I do want to play it. It will be actually my first not fighting game, but the first Mortal Kombat game
What?
I've ever played. But I've seen the movies, and I would say from what I've seen, especially story based, it's worth the play for this game,
Awesome.
especially since the new DLC.
Well, get on buying that, because yeah, everybody should experience at least one Mortal Kombat game in their life. I mean, I suck at fighting games. It's probably, I mean, I'm bad at a lot of things. I'll admit that. I'm bad at a lot of game genres, but I'm terrible. Probably the worst is fighting games. No, second worst, because the first worst is like Tetris style games. I'm just terrible at that. One piece drops and I fucking lose. So,
They would hate a Tetris
Well,
fighting
it
game.
also gives
Tetris fighter.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It also gives you the option to look up, like, for your characters. Hey, if you push this button or flick this L3 or whatever, it gives you the moves. So like you can look up certain type of fighting styles in the option menu or whatever display menu. And
Weren't they putting
it's
like
just-
Freddy Krueger and a lot of actual killers?
That was in Mortal Kombat.
The previous one?
9? The one
10.
before the one before this one.
The one before the one.
I-
So I'm just
that's
years
coming.
behind.
Yeah, Jason was in the last one.
Gears of War.
What about Gears of War? You break up a little bit, sir.
Gears of War has Terminated.
Oh yeah, I was just bringing something up about that. The Terminator's coming up in some random games.
Yeah, I think.
Mortal Kombat, I think, is one of them, right?
Yeah, Terminator's gonna be like 3 different games.
Gotta get that movie tie-in.
Yeah.
Gotta get that movie playing in order to put those DLC sales.
All right.
Also, a Mortal Kombat DLC character might be Ash from Evil Dead.
What the?
That's the thing. that
He's
might
in
be
everything, or he's coming up in everything. But at any rate, I'll let anybody else have something to say, because I'm gonna bring up the question of the week, and I think I'm about to resurrect the Taco Bell war that we had on one of our earliest videos.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Because
Sure.
you mentioned Ash, and it had me thinking about Dead by Daylight, and I'm gonna make it quick because I can go on and on about this. Ghostface, new downloadable character. I found about 4 times today.
He's already been released.
Pain in the ass. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. And you really have to be on your toes when you're going up against him.
Is it like he's OP?
What's your favorite scary
Okay.
movie?
So it's like a mixture of Michael the pig and maybe
I knew a guy
bit of
named
Freddy.
Michael the Pig.
Sounds like a game story. But anyways,
Bring in Timmy the Nose and Michael the Pig. They know something.
like with him, he is OP. Like you won't be able to see where he's at unless you spot him. So he's like in stealth mode, and it, like how I know I'm going up against him, it's like there's a not a jingle, but like almost like not a bell like you're going up against a wraith, but
Like a phone
some
ring?
little sound. It's not a phone, unfortunately, but it's like a sound goes off at the beginning, and all you hear is the flapping of his cape, and it kind of gets like slow motion when you're in his radius of when he does his attack, because once he gets powered up like the legend, he can down you in one hit. Or if you're trying to take someone off the hook, he can grab you and put you over his shoulder. So
Oh, well, you don't have to be down. He could just grab you straight while you're
Yeah.
getting somebody off the hook.
Yeah. So I'm going to not say anymore because I don't want to ruin the experience for y'all. But just a heads up on that.
Interesting. I have to get back into Dead by Daylight. But with that being said, I want to go to our question of the week. And this one actually comes from Mr. Sparkle, as he's chosen to be called this week.
Hello.
Mr. Sparkle!
It's fuck off.
Yeah, his theme or his motif has been that every time he joins us, he chooses a new Simpsons-based character name. He's been Mr. Plow, he's been Hank Scorpio, and now he's Mr. Sparkle. And you're the one that posed the question of the week, and the question was, what's your go-to order at your favorite hometown restaurant? So who wants to start the hometown order question answering? Should I go
Let's
first?
all not answer at once.
I guess I'll go first.
Alright.
And it doesn't say the favorite. Well, actually, how do I?
It's very specific.
Yeah, well, it's very specific. I was gonna say it doesn't say favorite restaurant; it says favorite hometown restaurant. So I guess it has to be a restaurant kind of localized here.
hometown.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what restaurants. Now I know Whataburger is a Texas-based place.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
So I guess-
Chicago.
It sold out to the Chicago Buck.
Yes, they did.
I know what it is. I have a moderately sized family. There's a place called Rocky's Taco House. It's on Couples, and it's a great.
You know that?
Not even really local.
Well, you said local.
I know, we don't have to say exactly.
Because that place has like buds.
Place has
Okay.
herbs.
Buds.
Ring. God damn it. God damn it. Just god damn it.
I'm just saying,
Ruined
it's not
everything you
so great.
love.
The place has been in operation for years. I've never had problems with bugs, and they got pretty good food.
Because
Good.
they don't tell you about it. It's just like how, what was it? That place called Nachos. They had blood in their food and stuff
What
like
the
that.
fuck? How do you know all this? Blood and bugs?
Actually,
You know-
Chachos, it was in the news on that.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't have an appetite. I suddenly got an appetite, and now I've lost it completely. So, I got an appetite and lost it all at once. But anyway, up until this comment, before I knew about the infestation, I was going to say that Rockies I actually enjoy because they have it's a $7.99 barbacoa special. I usually would go there and buy an order or two of barbacoa for the family here, and it's
You mean that taco?
oh, for the love of.
I thought he was gonna be like, they have the tacos have certain crunch. Just like shell,
You know what? You know what?
exoskeleton, if
You know what? I'm still gonna go there. I'm still gonna go there. I'm still gonna.
Stop
I'll risk it.
details,
I'll risk it.
please.
I'll risk it. I'm still gonna go. That's my hometown restaurant. That's my order. Who's next? Somebody, come on.
I'll go. For me, it's Peter Pepper Pizza.
Is that a hometown
And,
thing? Is that
It might as well be.
what?
Yeah.
I was about to say Whataburger. Y'all didn't give me. It might as
They
well be.
sold their soul, so you know.
I never get any kind of pass.
It was done. It was done being your turn. It's my turn.
I enjoy the tataria on General and the balata. It's very good.
No,
Also, but
wait a minute. Why don't you tell him how fucking Peter Piper Pizza has bone marrow in their dough or something? Tell him
no,
that.
because pizza is wholesome. It's just good.
You can just never agree with me. Nobody
There's
can.
always,
Okay,
There's always-
how
there's
about
always
this?
families there. It's a very wholesome.
I'm gonna tell you this now. The Peter Piper Pizza on Bandera and Hebner. Be wary of their food because I have seen cockroaches in them.
See, Val is the only one who ever makes a semblance of at least trying to be on my side somehow, or backing
but
me
that's
up,
like-
or taking
that's
my
like-
side.
That's like one of like 20, and you only have one
Right.
of your place.
Hey, now see here. I happen to know that Peter Piper Pizza uses bone marrow in their
Yeah.
dough and
Uh-huh.
boogers in the sauce.
I almost believed you for half a second. I was like, where's it going, man?
Boogers.
Yeah. It's like no.
They grind
You tried too hard.
cricket pieces
No.
into the mozzarella.
No.
Grind your
Stop
bones. and
All right,
make
so
your bread.
anyway, we
Settle.
fine. So we got mine. We got Obs's. Who's next? Val, go.
Oh, I have so many. Okay, so
Remember, favorite
I'm
go-to
gonna-
order from your hometown restaurant.
I'm such a foodie, I really can't tell you that. Okay, how about right now? Because I want to try Cluckers, and I heard they've been great.
What fuckers?
So
Cluckers.
It's
Oh,
a
Cluckers.
wing place. Wing Daddies. That's my favorite place to go to right now. It changes.
And what's the go-to order?
I fell in love with the Chipotle barbecue bonus.
And Obs, we didn't get your actual go-to order. You mentioned Peter Piper's, but you didn't say the order. What was your favorite go-to order?
All you can eat buffet.
I was gonna say, if you didn't say that, that'd be a lie.
All right, Ring. You what's yours?
You know what? I'm a big fan of this place on Pin Road that sells barbacoa, and they usually only open on Sunday morning.
They got roaches.
No, it's pretty good.
Is it the
What's it called?
Um,
You said barbacoa place on Pin Road.
Yeah,
Research
I
time.
haven't had.
Barbacoa place on Pin Road. Is it La Grande or Rubens? No, it's La Grande Torteria. That's the one on Pin Road. There's also a Vicky's Barbacoa.
Hold on.
We're all looking this up.
You gotta find the right
Yeah.
one.
So for all your
On the wholesome side of town, where absolutely nothing can go wrong.
what
Wholesome.
wholesome. Man, see that's the thing about that old Mexican food. You know, it has character. A roach leg here and there. It's like there's not that bad of a deal. It's like it's like your old grandma would be like, "Mijo, that's good. That's protein."
Ew.
The place is
I don't think my grandma ever sold me roaches.
No,
My
no,
grandmother would smack that shit out of my hand as quickly
Yeah.
as she saw it.
Like, mijo, no, mira, mija, you eat it like así, mira, it's good.
No, my grandma, get that shit out of your hand. That's what she would say.
Cochina. What,
Wonder what else to say.
did you find the name of it?
It is Vicky's. They must have renamed it.
It's Vicky's.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So the question of the week has come full circle back to you, Mr. Sparkle. So what's your go-to order at your favorite hometown restaurant?
Oh man. Oh, that's my favorite. The Rusty Bucket, the Smackdown, is delicious. It is a baked potato shoved with brisket and all the fixings.
My God, my mouth just watered.
Yeah,
You said that.
it'll put you down.
My mouth has done a lot of weird things right now. It's watered. It's appetite has come and gone and just like fluctuates. My appetite has resembled a sound wavelength right now because it was. But I
Yeah,
think
that
he
thing
had
is
the most
amazing.
concise and straightforward answer.
Yeah, it's hard to put down too because it is a lot of starch and meat. So I have trouble finishing the whole thing, and I finished my food. So
I feel bad because mine was the only one that supposedly had roaches and shit.
well, it's consistent with your character.
What? What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I think we all know.
My character has roaches?
Isn't that right, Mike? He's there. You know it.
I don't know why this hostility. You know, I think it's just jealousy on everybody else's part. You know, they wish they. It's ESP envy. They want to be the ESP. They want to be the one, the only rocket blasting, longer lasting, ass beating, ever cheating, flag taking, explosion making, flamethrowing, scoring.
Button.
No.
We got so far from it.
Anyway, I think we're done with the question of the week. We can move on to the indie game of the week, unless somebody else has a topic.
Anyways, enough about that.
Yes.
All right. Well, at any rate, I want to talk a little bit about the indie game that we're going to shout out on this week's Shoot the Shit, and that is Hand Simulator. Earlier, I was calling it Hand Stimulator for some reason, but it's a.
Oh my.
It's I think it's either $2 or $2.99 on Steam. It is a very silly, stupid game. Has no substance, no plot whatsoever. But it had me, at least it had me laughing my ass off more than one occasion. I had a lot of fun with it, and in the end, and isn't that what games are about? You know, if you have fun with them, they can make you laugh. If you enjoy yourself, that's what it's about. And they actually had several different maps with several different activities that you could do. I played it. I had the pleasure, if you can call it that, of playing it with Obsolete here, as well as he was known, the man formerly known as Hank Scorpio. We played it in one of our previous videos, and it was actually a lot of fun. It's basically somebody said it's like you're an alien in a human's body trying to learn. I said it was like you're an octopus in a human's body trying to learn how to use hands for the first time. Very awkward situations, but very fun game, very fun indeed. So, like I said, it's about $2 to $3 on Steam Store. I'll link it, in the description below. But what would you guys say? Worth a pickup?
Yeah, if it's up to at least 4 players and that you can just kind of fuck around with, and
Yeah.
it's one game, but there's like so many different scenarios of gameplay that you can actually do.
Yeah, I don't think we touched them all. There's a lot of stuff we don't even know what.
The night is young.
Oh god. But yeah, I mean it was fun. Like I say, yeah, more if you have a group of friends.
Yes, unless you want to have the random weirdo with the also in bald and in a thong playing with you.
Thong and bra.
Yeah, that was a weird Mr. Clean.
Yes, but it was fun. I laughed my ass off in that one as well, and while watching it later, just like it's one thing seeing it firsthand, seeing your hands, it's like, but then seeing it on video after the fact, and just like how silly it is.
Yeah.
I was still laughing just as much afterwards.
Ridiculous little game, but definitely fun. Definitely makes you laugh. So, worth a pickup. Cheap. Pick it up.
Yes.
All right, and the last thing before we wrap up the evening here is our YouTuber shout out. So this is where we try to find either smaller or YouTubers that we feel deserve a shout out because of the content that they put out, and because of the fact that we just think they deserve it. And I do want to let you guys know that if you think that there is a YouTuber out there, or you yourself are a YouTuber that wants a shout out here on the channel, put a comment below and we'll be happy to do it for you. Same thing goes for the questions of the week. If you have a question you want to ask us, it doesn't have to be game related, as you clearly saw today, but yeah, ask us any question, request a shout out for a video, we're happy to do it. But this week's YouTube shout out goes to DJ Iron Hulk. He's a fellow gaming YouTuber, focuses a lot, from what I've seen on his videos, I have sat down and watched several of his videos, he does focus a lot on Dead by Daylight. He also does a lot of PUBG videos as well, but he doesn't seem to be, tied or married to any one single game. The majority of his content seems to come from PUBG as well as Dead by Daylight, but I've seen other videos as well, and some other non-game related videos. He's done some, he's talked about the Avengers Endgame before it came out. He's done some video tutorials. He's talked about the Venom movies, so he has definitely done other a broad array of videos, so he's definitely worth a check out. If you want to head over to his channel, I'll put a link in the description below, so head over there and give him some love as well. And with that, I have said my piece. Anybody else have anything they want to close us off with?
Only for you to settle down.
You see, and that's another thing. I'm gonna say this right now. That's my thing.
No.
That's my thing. I'm the one that originated that. I'm the originator. I'm the innovator. I'm the creator. I am the one that.
So you just settle down since you're so sporadic.
You may have quote unquote made that original, whatever, but we just amped and made it better.
You don't tell me to settle down, okay? You don't tell me the solution. You don't tell me to settle down. I tell you to settle down.
Is that like a wrestling thing? Is that a wrestling faction?
Solution is a mystery, full of changes.
No.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Why do I see this like having a wrestling intro?
Oh yeah, the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. The sky's the limit and space is the place. Yeah, dig it, macho madness.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us here today, both our viewers as well as the people that are here with us in this roundtable discussion. As always, it's been a blast shooting the shit with you guys. But if there's nothing else, I think that's gonna wrap it up.
Mr. Sparkle, thank you for joining us.
Yes,
Thanks for having me.
Special thanks to our guest commentator, Mr. Sparkle. To stay tuned to see what his name will be next time.
I gotta look up some old Simpsons now. Which is really a treat, actually. So.
At any rate, if you like the content, always be sure to like it, share it, comment below, subscribe, but most importantly, say it with me, settle down.
Never.
No.
It's gonna be Duffman.
Oh yeah! No. Good night, everybody, or good day, or whatever time it is. Just go away.
Settle down.
Alright.